Well, as you can see, I'm sitting and having a coffee outside, and I'm at Starbucks. This is Starbucks coffee. So, today I thought I would actually answer the question, which is one of the most controversial yet popular questions that are being asked. In fact, sometimes it's not only a question, it's a rant. And what is the question? The question is, why is it that I am getting a lower salary, but my colleague is getting a higher salary? Or sometimes they even ask me, Loy, why is it that some nationalities are getting a bit more, or why am I getting a bit less? In fact, people even have a positive spin to that question, and the question sounds something like, Loy, what can I do to earn more? So I thought I would answer this question today by having a coffee, but not just one coffee, not two, but three coffees. And to make you understand, here are three coffees: one, two, and three. Three coffees. Okay. Now, why am I having three coffees and not one? I'll make you understand. Now, what I did today was I went. Don't mind the noise. I went today and I went to a small joint that is near my house. Now, this guy, he sells coffee for 25 baht. It's just 25 baht. So, just forget the currency, just keep the amount in mind. 25, okay? So, he sells coffee for 25 baht, okay? So, I purchased the coffee from him. And then after that, I went to one of my favorite joints, and that is Amazon. And in Amazon, the same coffee is 35. So the first coffee counter was 25, first shop. Amazon, which is my favorite, sells the same coffee for 35. And then finally, I came down to Starbucks. Now, Starbucks offers the same coffee, exactly the same, for 65. So think 25, 35, and 65. Now, the big question is, what is the difference? So let me taste and tell you. Okay, I'm just having a coffee. The 25 baht coffee, the 25 baht, which is this one, the 25 baht coffee. Now, this one he has made. The taste is kind of good. Flavor is more or less slightly sugary. And the coffee is not very strong, but it's milky, okay? And I'm pretty sure he has handcrafted the whole thing by taking a sachet and making it by himself. So that's the first coffee. The second coffee, that is Amazon. Let me show you. Let me show you the brand. Okay, Amazon coffee. Now I will taste this one. Oh, I love having coffee or espresso without sugar. So this one, it is quite strong. For people who drink coffee regularly, can literally feel the blend. Okay, you can literally feel the coffee beans. You know whether it's fresh, it's not fresh. So um, Amazon is giving me a much more stronger coffee. Okay, and the last one is Starbucks. Now I'll drink Starbucks and let me see how does it taste. Now, Starbucks is without a doubt the strongest. It's the strongest of the three. It's the strongest of the three. The flavor is really smooth. I don't get any residual taste left in my mouth. The texture is pretty good, and I can tell you without a doubt, out of the three coffees here, out of the three, this is Amazon and this one is Starbucks. Out of the three, Starbucks without a doubt is the purest blend, the best out of whatever I have here. So now, what has this got to do with, why you're not getting a higher salary, or how you can get a higher salary? Now, I'm pretty sure you understand the concept of branding, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit and lecture you, oh, you need to be a big brand, you need to personal brand yourself, you need to come to me, only then. No, I will give you straightforward, very honest advice, opinion, suggestion. Okay, then you evaluate by yourself. Now, the first place that I went to, obviously the very affordable joint, the cheap coffee. The guy pays less rent. It's a very small shop. He's one guy. He's not professionally trained, and he can buy his coffee from any shop. Okay, and many people go there. The second coffee, that was Amazon. Amazon is slightly a better brand, and yes, it is the most popular brand in Thailand. And their staff are well trained. They're professional, and they ensure that there is a standard. It's as good as Starbucks. However, Starbucks is an international global brand where their staff are trained as per international standards, and any Starbucks you go anywhere in the world, they follow the same, branding policies, everything else. Now, for a normal person, a normal average guy, if he were to drink either of the three coffees, he would say that he prefers the local coffee that is the cheapest. Why? Because it's more or less does the same thing. It's coffee. End of the day, he doesn't care whether it's high quality, low quality. He just wants coffee, maybe to satisfy his caffeine addiction. However, for slightly premium, for people who drink coffee regularly and who are coffee connoisseurs, they would say, I prefer either Amazon or I prefer Starbucks. So, where it relates to you, okay, for an employee, for a person who is earning money, keep this in mind that your brand perception matters. Okay, now what do I mean by brand perception is, how do you look? How do you present yourself? How do you talk? What experience do you, like the coffee, what experience do you give that person? Do you give them a Starbucks experience? Do you give them an Amazon experience, or do you give them the local experience? Your photograph on your resume, does it look like a Starbucks? Does it look like an Amazon? Does it look like that ordinary coffee shop? The content on your CV, Starbucks, Amazon, or that ordinary shop. Your personality, your communication skills, your ability to convince someone, your network. Is it a Starbucks? Is it a Amazon? Is it an ordinary coffee? So when you factor in all these, then starts your pricing point. Because if you look like that ordinary shop which gave me the coffee in a plastic bag, if you look like that, if your CV is like that, if you sound like that, if you talk like that, if your personality is like that, you can't expect to look like a 25 baht coffee and expect people to pay you 65 baht, which is premium. So the next time you go anywhere and you're expecting a very high salary or a very high income, or you want a promotion, a raise, or you want to apply for a job that pays you 20% or 50% more than your existing salary, you need to rebrand yourself, you need to repackage yourself, you need to give the employer a perception that you're not an ordinary coffee shop, you are a premium coffee shop. And this doesn't just involve repackaging your CV and making your CV look amazing. It's like you make your CV look amazing, but you're not amazing. It's like having a Starbucks coffee cup, which is your CV. It looks like, wow, this must be really good. But when they taste it, ooh, it's wrong. But when they taste it, they need to feel it is Starbucks. But if on the other hand you have a packaging like this, a resume like this, but your work when they taste is something like sugary and milky and not at all coffee, the guy will be like, man, this guy has done his CV from a professional, but his character, his personality is crap. And eventually they'll tell you, they'll throw the coffee, just as they would throw the coffee, they would terminate you or throw you out of the company. So this is where brand perception is very important. Brand perception is the image that they have about you, the price point that they feel, oh, this is Starbucks, I know I have to spend more. The next one, that is first one, brand perception. The second one is brand essence. The essence is the feel, the experience. And third one is the brand quality, which is, when you check Starbucks versus Amazon versus the cheap, affordable, every man's coffee, you have to decide which one you are. And based on this, you can decide and demand and ask for the price that you're looking for. So I hope this made you understand why you're not getting the salary that you wish and what you have to do if you want to, get 50% more than what you're getting. I hope this video gives you some bit of insight. If you have any other question, get in touch with me. My WhatsApp number is mentioned down below. My email is mentioned, and I'd love to hear from you. This is Loy Machedo signing off for now. Take care.